Hello, YouTube. It's been a while since we've been to the beach. Just thought I'd come out here and enjoy this nice sunny day, even though the water is a little bit cool. I'm over at Pelican Beach and Satellite Beach. Yeah, the city is called Satellite Beach, and Pelican Beach is right here, the public beach access. The water is amazingly calm today. I don't know if you can tell, this is the ocean, but it actually looks like it might be a lake. Looking at how calm the waves are. It's like the waves are less than 2 feet, maybe 1.5 feet or smaller. And you can see once again the shells have lined up. Somebody wrote something interesting here I don't want to step on. Anyhow, I have my old camera. This is the old one that has a broken lens, broken cover, and was having sound issues before. I don't know how it's going to do right now. I do have the microphone covered up with Band-Aids to try to serve as a wind muff. But the reason I came out here was I wanted to show you guys these clams, if I can find any here. They're small, but it's really weird because you can actually watch them in action. If I can get one, a live one here, but basically, see these little shells? Some of them are alive. And I'm going to try to find one that's alive so you can see it actually how they behave, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to look for one. You can see the water literally just tumbles them up all over the place. Because even though these are little waves, they are tiny shells. So the waves are strong enough to wash them up. But what's interesting is when they wash up, they actually dig themselves into the sand. Let me try to find one here. I think here's one. It's not doing anything. It might be too small. I'm trying to figure out how they actually dig. Because, you know, if you've ever eaten clams, they're kind of, they don't really have like hard body parts. They're kind of gooey, smushy, you know, rubbery. There's no bones, not that I can tell. Yet, when they wash up, you'll actually see them wiggle and bury themselves, which is really weird. Try to find one here somewhere. I think there were some, but the water came up. I want to try to catch it just right when the water has gone down and the shell has decided it wants to bury itself. But yeah, it's been a very nice day out here today. My first day back at the beach, on the beach itself, in a very long time. So I feel really good to be out here. Here comes an airplane right here. Patrick Air Force Base is nearby, but that doesn't look like a military plane. Still looking for our little tiny shell. Earlier I was up here, they were all over the place. Now I can't seem to find them, maybe because the tide is coming in faster. Yeah, because it's reaching the shell line now. Before it wasn't reaching. What I'm looking for is a little flat shell that's alive. These are dead, they're half shells. I don't actually see any digging and stuff by sand fleas. So it's like they're out of season or something. Normally the sand fleas make little X's where they dig under the water when the tide pulls out. But like right now, I don't see any of those X's. And there goes one that's alive. See how it buried itself? There, it just buried itself. It's like got no legs, yet it's able to wiggle and pull itself into the sand, which is weird. I don't know how they do that. Here's a little baby one, but it's not burying itself. And I think that's what these birds are here to eat, are those little tiny shells, those little clams and stuff. Looking. Oh, I thought I saw one, but the water came up. Yeah, there's a live one right there. Right here. And it's not burying itself. Maybe it's dead. Or maybe not positioned right. Oh. He doesn't seem to be burying himself at all, so he might be dead. I see he stuck his little mouth out. There he goes. See how he buried himself? It's like he had a little tiny slimy mouth that he stuck out, like his tongue. I don't know if it's his tongue or his foot, but they're weird. They don't have any solid parts, and this sand, I don't know if you can tell, it's very hard. It's like hard packed sand. You could ride your bike on it. So they're really strong as far as able to dig. Sometimes when I'm out at the beach like this, and I think, you know, when it's like early morning or late evening and I don't see that many people, I think that I'm like by myself, but then I realize there's like a million of these shells and stuff here. I don't know if you can see them there with the little appendages and stuff. So they're just sitting out instead of burying themselves. So I think it has to do with positioner. So they're all just sitting it with their little tongue hanging out. I think they have to be in a certain position to bury themselves. These guys are not burying themselves. This guy's trying. Oh, there they go. And there they go. They buried themselves. So they don't bury themselves every single time. So it may have to do with their position. It's really weird. I don't know if it's that I don't know why they bury themselves. I guess maybe to keep from going up to the shoreline and drying out and dying. But they don't do it all the time. They only do it like some of the time. I don't know if these are called clams, or are they called shellfish, or are they called mussels? What's the difference? I'm sure we have an expert here on wildlife, seafood, sea life. What's the difference between a mussel and a clam and an oyster? But yeah, it's so peaceful being out here. I love being out here. It's been so long. So I'm glad I decided to come out here to the beach side. I've mostly been hanging out around the city, sometimes hanging out at the riverside over there by the old Galley Library, because it's so beautiful over there. But the beach is always beautiful. Maybe I need to, you know, sleep on the beach one of these days again and wake up with the sunrise, because it's been so long. Used to do that all the time. There's some kind of semi-transparent thing there, maybe a bubble. There's little baby ones, but they're not digging. I don't know if they have to be a certain level, a certain maturity before they can dig, but the small ones apparently don't dig yet. Anyhow, I hope you're all doing nice and staying safe, staying warm wherever you are. Just thought I would send you a little bit of sunshine from Florida. It is a little bit cooler than normal today. I'd say the temperature is probably in the 70s right now, maybe the low 70s, mid 70s. So it feels really comfortable, you know, to the skin, but this water is actually kind of cool. Cooler than normal. but not as cold as California water. If you've ever been to the beaches in California, their water is like freezing cold, even in the middle of summer. Florida water is good for swimming. You know, it's actually a nice comfortable temperature. Even like right now, it's colder, but not freezing cold. California water, oh my goodness. I was out there in like, I don't know if it was June or July, and it was cold. Of course, you know, it was evening, but still, this is evening right here in Florida, and you know, the water's fine, although you don't see people swimming around in it today because it is on the colder side. So calm today. I cannot believe how calm this ocean is. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this little visit to Pelican Beach. It's interesting that they name it Pelican Beach, and I don't see any pelicans here at all. There was a time when there used to be a lot of pelicans in this area. I don't know if they're all dying off, if it's just out of season. But yeah, I see seagulls, but no pelicans. Oh, there goes one. There's a pelican. Prove me wrong. Flying right there. There's at least one pelican. Take care, everybody. Have a great day now.